All right, so I'm just carefully picking what faces I want to be my outside faces, and it's really just a function of which side has less knots. Like this one has a lot less visible knots than this side, so it's gonna be easier to clean those up and paint over those. This one's got 6 showing on this side. It's got 6 on this side, but it's got this big old knot there, so we'll have to use this side. But then this one's kind of a little rough. Actually, I'm not even gonna be able to use that board. I had to cut a new board for that. And then 2 of these need to be the front, which you're probably gonna see the most of, and then 4 for the sides. So these 2 look really nice. I use those for the front. Set those right off to the side. Those 2 will be for the sides of the columns. This one will be. And then we'll cut one more. Then I'm gonna put some pocket holes in them. All right, now even though they sell these as 1-bys, they're actually 3/4. So Craig jig's already set up for 3/4. I know that these are my outside faces, which makes this my inside face, which means I can go ahead and just drill these like so. I'm gonna glue these. I just want these pocket holes in there to kind of hold everything until the glue's set. So I'm gonna repeat this on all 4 of the outside boards. So that's what it's gonna look like. I've got pocket holes in this front face, and they're gonna screw into the sides of this column, I guess, for lack of a better term, or ignorance, I guess. But 2 of those, and then we'll have 2 sides here, and that'll be each side of your fireplace. Obviously, you'd be looking at it from the front rather than from behind it like this. So let's glue and screw those, and then we'll get to the next stage. Just to add in supports here in the back to brace that, and to also give me probably something to screw to the wall with. I'll put the mantelpiece on last, and I'll screw into my studs through here. But I on the outside here that you're gonna see, I did 2 pocket holes and put screws in that way. On the inside, you'll never see this because the fireplace is gonna be out here, so this is all gonna be hidden. and then the wall will be back here. So right here, I'm just going to countersink 2 holes and put drywall screws in. Top and bottom, I got 4 pieces, 2 for each. Alright, what I have is this piece of scrap, and I just cut it 2 pieces. The height of my pilasters or the mantel legs, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to screw those to the sides, and then my plywood will be glued and screwed to those. So I think the way I'm going to screw the plywood to them, because the plywood face is going to be showing, so I think I'm going to put pocket holes in these pieces, and then I'll screw these to the legs, and then I'll use the pocket holes to attach the plywood. Alright, I just scabbed this piece in just because, like I said, my plywood was that I already cut for another project was not tall enough, so my base molding will cover this, and then I'll put molding up there to cover that gap. So let's glue this and screw it. Alright, let's start putting this base molding on. This piece stood a little bit proud of this piece, so I just shaved that edge down, that backside edge with the sander, and now it lines up real nice. Alright, so I got this molding from the lumber yard. I'm trying to figure out, because my crown is going to go like this. So the reason I did not bother mitering the corners of these pilasters when I put them together so they come to a point on the corner like that, I had this lattice picked out and I'm just going to pop in here like this and cover up the edge of that board. So I think that'll look pretty decent. It'll give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more detail. I messed that one up. Cracked it. That'll be alright. Alright. I think I like the look of it with one right here in the middle. Alright, that's about what it's gonna look like. I like it. Alright, this is the glue up for my top of the mantle. I'm going to take a chisel and knock all this glue off so I can run it through the planer and table saw and joiner and all that. But I'm going to joint one edge, then I'll cut it to width on the table saw. I'll probably use the table saw sled to cut my length because it's too wide for the miter saw. And then I'll put it through the planer to smooth it all out and it'll be ready. So I want to determine how big this top needs to be. So my crown is going to go like this, and then I want a 1-inch overhang outside of that all the way around. So for my width, I'm going to measure from the back here, stick this crown up there, and that's about 14 1/4. So I want my top to be about 15 1/4 so that it sticks out past that crown. a little caulk won't fix. A little gap there, but for my first time ever doing crown, I'll take it.